While Pakistan is hoping to recover economically, it's very much a work in progress there, and any country grappling with a financial burden will stifle every aspect of growth across various sectors, sports included. The already struggling sport of hockey is facing yet another episode of humiliation on the international stage. They've not been invited to participate in the Azlan Shah Cup that's set to take place later this year in Malaysia, a tournament where Pakistan finished runners-up just last year. Pakistan's exclusion was confirmed on the tournament's official website. The names of other participating teams were all there. World number 2 and, of course, the ones gunning for the title now, Belgium, India and Germany, the other sides ranked in the top 5, favourites as well, hosts Malaysia alongside Ireland and Canada. All there except 2. The omission of 2 countries was glaring. One, Pakistan, runners-up of last edition, the other, Japan, the defending champions. With Japan, it's been the other way around. They've a packed schedule and a year of sporting commitments to keep up. So they've opted out of the tournament, saying they just can't fit this one in. With Pakistan, the matter is rather disappointing and embarrassing. In fact, it was a Pakistan Hockey Federation member who reportedly claimed that Malaysia didn't extend an invitation to them as they were unhappy regarding Pakistan's debt situation. Pakistan, of course, resorting to the blame game tactics here, something we have seen all too often over in cricket for many years now. It's something went wrong. It had to be the fault of the officials who had been in charge prior to the current setup. But it doesn't just end here. Joining in on the din surrounding this embarrassing development is the PHF secretary himself, Rana Mujahid. Rana has brushed aside all talks of the Pakistan Hockey Federation owing Malaysia anything, saying it has all been just a misunderstanding.
We have not received any communication from the Malaysian Federation regarding this. Pakistan have friendly relations with the Malaysian Federation, and we hope the matter can be resolved soon.
Now, while the PHF secretary claims that Malaysia hasn't demanded anything from Pakistan, then why has Pakistan not been invited if these were just baseless rumors? Why would past runners-up not be invited to a tournament unless there was some probable cause? Which makes the PHF secretary's dismissive talks rather comical. He basically failed to address the elephant in the room, the dire state of hockey itself in the country currently. Last year, 4 members from the Pakistan hockey national squad, 3 players and a physiotherapist, tried seeking asylum in Europe. The reason was delayed salaries and Pakistan's failure to provide daily allowances to the squad, something that PHF secretary himself had admitted back then. Proof enough of the flailing financial system that prevails in Pakistan hockey. Pakistan's current economic state doesn't help matters either. If the country is altogether struggling, the chances of sport bodies facing the brunt is always going to be high. But this is how proper governance can save any sinking ship. Despite Pakistan's financial woes, their country's cricket board just spent millions on stadium renovations for the ICC Champions Trophy. Of course, with the help from the ICC, the International Cricket Council, but they did so nevertheless. And while the tournament might have put a massive dent on them financially, given the lack of crowd turnout and such, the board still splurged to bring an ICC event back to their shores. Sure, the Pakistan Cricket Board isn't the best example of proper governance here, and we've seen enough of that. That is well documented to say otherwise, but that is the only sport that still generates interest and has enough riding on it. To scale up the sport of hockey as well, Pakistan could take a leaf from their neighbours. India is ranked 5th now, our Olympics bronze medalists, and challenging top guns at the biggest level. This country too went through a bit of an upheaval over the many years after their moments of glory. The country has a domestic structure now that includes a Hockey India League, something that keeps the sport moving. The facilities running, which will only help India in regaining their giant status of becoming gold medal winners again. Because it is easier to promote a running system than a broken one. a functional system than something that's damaged. Similar to India, Pakistan too were once giants in the sport, but improper governance has taken its toll and players have fallen prey to this. What they are failing to understand is that players need backing. They need to feel inspired to represent their country, a feeling that needs some effort instilling now. PHF is still hopeful that this was just some error and that the invite from Malaysia will arrive. But it's more than just making it to the Azlan Shah this year. That's just a small part of an overall revival the sport and the structure in the country desperately needs.
Greeting you with aloha and namaste.
I love India.
Presence, occupation of a territory by another country pertains to India. What we saw in Kashmir.
The Prime Minister Modi.
How do you see Trump's America?
Yes, the current administration behaves differently from the previous administration.
Are you saying that there are foreign powers who are trying to bring down the current government in Syria?
Exactly.
Iran, maybe Russia too.
Prime Minister Modi committed to South-South, cooperation.
Not over 50%.
Is Ukraine prepared to pay the price for that peace?
No compromises at the cost of territorial integrity and sovereignty.